So, no, I wouldn't say I have a passion for HR.
Welcome back to Human Resources for the People. It's a human capital revolution. A union has won an unfair labor practice charge against another union, and we need to talk about this. So we're going to go to the National Labor Relations Board Division of Judges, and what we're seeing here is the United Food and Commercial Workers Local 7 against the Federation of Agents and International Representatives. So the Federation of Agents and International Representatives is the complainant here. They're a union within a union. They were started in 1973, and it's a group of agents, business agents, and union representatives, organizers, and office staff who work inside the United Food and Commercial Workers Union. So it's a union within a union, and specifically, many of them are business agents, which is important in the context of this discussion. The United Food and Commercial Workers, or UFCW, is the defendant, and this is actually specifically Local 7, so it's about 23,000 members in Colorado and Wyoming, specifically in food processing plants, barbers and cosmetologists, healthcare facilities, and supermarkets. And supermarkets is a really big portion of their membership. And they're led by President Kim Cordova. If you want to learn more about Kim, check it out right here. I mean, this is quite a write-up that is a little bit braggy, I would say, but you can read more about their specific local 7 of Colorado and Wyoming. They allege that they violated, that UFCW Local 7 violated Section 8A1 of the Act, saying that it's an unfair labor practice for an employer to interfere with, restrain, or coerce employees, as well as alleging that they were not bargaining in good faith as a result of their conduct at the bargaining table. So let's quickly go over what went down and exactly who and exactly what happened. So in January of 2022, UFCW Local 7 workers went on strike at King's Supers in the Denver metro area. And all of the union representatives and organizers represented by FAIR, many of them represented by FAIR, the union within UFCW, went on strike, as well as support from other locals. And many of the people who helped during the strike were really distraught by the response. Some people worked 100 hours per week, and others worked 60 to 70 leading up to the strike, and more than 90 hours per week during the strike. And so when they eventually got on a call with the retail director Zuniga and other people in the Local 7 management, when they talked about how things were going, the union representative was upset. They said they didn't have the proper training, the paperwork was incorrect, and the digital system wasn't working. And so people were generally frustrated with their working conditions. And when after the strike on February 7th, the president of Local 7 of USCW, Kim Cordova, convened a meeting, and she said she was embarrassed about the Zoom call because the International Union was on the call and they were upset hearing the employees' complaints. And she said, she'd accept their resignation immediately, effective immediately, if they were not up to task. This could be a huge issue with respect to the union, because it's clear that these people are voicing their concerns with respect to the work environment that they're currently working in. Cordova even allegedly said that people were highly compensated, and if they didn't like it, they could work somewhere else. And that's what a lot of people, according to this document, took offense to. In addition, on around June 25th, 2022, the executive assistant to the president told employees that they confiscated their work equipment because of their activities in support of FAIR, the workers' union within the UFCW, worried that they might strike. And so the allegation was that taking their work computer away from them because they might strike is a violation of Section 8A1 of the National Labor Relations Act. And so it was a very, turnabout. They don't typically do anything like this. Furthermore, there were allegations that they weren't wanting to bargain in good faith. The UFCW Local 7 and Kim Cordova were not wanting to bargain in good faith. Respondent presented the charging party union with offers described as take it or leave it, last best final, on June 25th, July 14th, a month later, and then 2 weeks later, and then 4 months later. And so they said, well, that's not bargaining in good faith, and that it was a violation of Section 8A5 and 1. And there was a lot of back and forth with respect to the dates and the collective bargaining agreement. There was some concern with respect to contract language. And it really went back and forth for a significant amount of time. So, what do you think about this? What do you think about this situation where it appears, at least, and the National Labor Relations Board has decided that the UFCW was in violation of the national UFCW Local 7 was in violation of the National Labor Relations Act. NLRA judge Eleanor Laws, found that by telling employees that the respondent required them to return their work equipment because of their activities in support of the CP union and because employees might strike, by telling them they could work elsewhere, by falsely telling employees that during a bargaining session for successor agreement, the respondent was told to discipline and fire employees, they violated Section 8A1. By taking back work equipment given represented by the union and requiring them to check out and check in, they violated Section 8A3 and 1 of the Act. In addition, by failing and refusing to bargain in good faith, Eleanor Laws found that they violated those. So, what do you think about this? I mean, what do you think about the situation with respect to the union not quite following the rules of the National Labor Relations Act and often holding employers to these same rules? Does that give you pause? Is it something that it should be glossed over? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.